To the casual observer, Daniel and Jeff are just two friends sharing a cuppa. But they both share much more than that. 6 months ago, both were sleeping rough on the streets of Northampton. Now both are back on their feet, thanks to the town's night shelter. For Daniel, it all started when he lost his job.
That caused strain on my relationship with my ex-partner. Obviously, there was a breakdown of the family home, so I left the home. I sofa surfed with friends and family for a few months. And obviously, there's only so long you can put your pressures and troubles onto others. And then eventually that led to me sleeping rough.
And that's also where Jeff ended up when his home life broke down.
I was at a dead end in a tent. I hadn't got money to get private accommodation. I'm a pensioner. I've only got my pension to live on. So it was a big stepping stone for me, and I was very grateful for the help that I received.
It was stability more than anything. It was knowing that you've got somewhere to go at the end of the day when you've been out all day on your feet, just walking around with not much else to do. You've got that stability to come back, somewhere to get your head down at night, have a shower, a change, something to eat.
But the shelter is more than just food and a bed for the night. Run predominantly by volunteers, it offers support for things like employment, mental health issues or addiction.
If we've got addictions, we can move them into areas where people will give them help, and eventually to move them on up the ladder and into supported housing, and hopefully eventually into back into the mainstream.
Since it opened in February, around 100 rough sleepers in Northampton have spent time at the shelter. Almost half of them are now in stable accommodation. The Borough Council says it means their overall homelessness figures are actually now bucking the national trend and declining. As for Daniel, he's now working full-time, and he and Jeff are in their own homes. And both say they're grateful to the shelter for giving them their fresh start.